It's not like any other video. I chose to talk about some crazy news that other YouTubers don't talk about. They're all talking about updates that don't need to be talked about, and I will change that. Don't miss this video, trust me. You'll want to share it with your friends when it's over. Nota bene. Another recent post from the official Shiba Inu account says that the Layer 2 solution Shibarium has become one of the 5 busiest networks on the Nanodes platform. It will now be able to use more Shibarium nodes. This information is huge, and it might look really hard to understand, but I'll break it down so that even a 5-year-old can understand it. We need to understand what the different terms really mean if we plan to keep our Shiba Inu for a long time. So, let's get right to it. Before we start, though, this station gives away 1 million Shiba Inu tokens every day. The only thing you need to do to get rich is like this video. Please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below with the word Shiba Inu. Joe, good luck. This is what the tweet says. There's never a bad time to grow. As Shibarium moves into the top 5 most busy networks on our platform, we make it easier for Shibarium RPC nodes to be used. This is a required step to accept more calls and requests and to add partners who handle more work. SHIB token works in a different way than other tokens, but it is still based on the Ethereum blockchain network. In this way, Ethereum's features directly affect how well, quickly, and cheaply the Shiba Inu community works. So, the Shiba Inu coin would stay in Layer 1 of the Ethereum environment, which is already full, if Layer 2 protocols don't improve the technology underneath. As of 2023, Layer 1 of Ethereum is getting more and more crowded, which is a problem for all coins and decentralized apps that are built on Ethereum. It's even more of a worry for platforms that allow live peer-to-peer transactions, since the Layer 1 protocol's transaction fees, periods, and bandwidth are getting worse over time. The Shiba Inu society decided to do something about this downward trend. They started building a Layer 2 solution at the cold Shibarium. The idea of Shibarium is part of a huge wave of Layer 2 solutions that aim to ease rising concerns about Ethereum's speed, scalability, and efficiency. So, the Shiba Inu community was very excited for Shibarium to start because it meant a new stage in the growth of the Shiba coin. Many people in the community think that Shiba Inu can help spread blockchain around the world by attracting new users who might try out its features and eventually turn their money into SHIB. The Shibarium chain is a Layer 2 option, which means it can take transactions off of the main Ethereum chain. This makes transactions much faster and cheaper for everyone in the SHIB community. This means that the Shibarium network will improve the core functions of the SHIB environment without affecting the security and decentralization advantages that are already there. As we've already talked about, the Shibarium network is meant to move SHIB transactions off of the Ethereum mainnet. This will make processes faster and more efficient. Shibarium will also help lower gas fees because Layer 2 protocols need fewer resources to set up new blockchain nodes. This is where we're getting close to the big news of the day. The Layer 1 Ethereum chain still has trouble handling thousands of transactions per second. The Layer 2 upgrade can really make Shiba Inus much more efficient. Because of this, users can complete deals much faster, in minutes instead of hours. Shibarium also cuts gas prices by a huge amount. As a result of network congestion and higher resource needs, the Ethereum network has become almost way too expensive. People who want to make small transactions might have to pay gas fees that are much higher than the actual transaction amount. As expected, this trend has hurt the crypto market as users try to limit the number of transactions they make to avoid paying too much in commission fees. Because of this, high gas fees make it harder for crypto deals to move freely on the market, which hurts the industry's overall potential. When Shibarium Layer 2 features are added, gas fees will go back to their normal size, which should be a very small part of the total amount. Finally, people who own Shiba Inus have been worried for a long time that the SHIB environment isn't working well. Before the Shibarium update, SHIB coins were mostly just a guess. Being a speculative currency isn't always a bad thing, but it can seriously hurt the value and growth of the crypto asset because it doesn't have any real-world uses. The SHIB's success depended on how popular the market was, which could drop quickly at any time. We need to learn more about the Now Notes app in order to better understand the tweet I used to start this video. Notes is a service or tool that lets you connect to what are known as nodes in the world of cryptocurrencies. Nodes are computers that help keep a blockchain network running and make sure that transactions are accurate. One way to think about what a node is in the world of cryptocurrencies is in terms of this. Imagine that you and your friends are part of a book club that doesn't meet in one place. There isn't a single master list of all the books that everyone has read. Instead, you all keep your own copy. This list is like a blockchain that keeps track of all the books that everyone in the club has read. Now picture this book club with you and your friends as nodes. Each person, or node, checks the book list often to make sure it stays correct. People tell everyone else what they learned when they finish a book. The group talks about and agrees on whether to add the new book to everyone's list, so there are no mistakes or lies. In this case, the nodes are like the hardworking book club members who keep the reading records correct and complete as a whole. They work together to keep everyone's list of books up to date and stop mistakes or false information from getting into the shared record. The fact that the book list is decentralized, with each member serving as a node, helps the book club community keep things open and trustworthy. Now we know the nodes is a source of our PC nodes. There is a way for different programs or systems to talk to each other over a network called a script or remote procedure call. When it comes to blockchain, an RPC node lets outside programs or writers talk to the blockchain without having to run their own full nodes. Now things start to get interesting. Most of the time, someone needs access to a node in order to connect with a blockchain in order to build a decentralized application or app on that blockchain. Running a node can use a lot of resources and require technical know-how. There is now a service called Nodes that lets developers avoid having to run and manage their own nodes. They can connect their app to the blockchain instead with Now Nodes as a service. When developers use their ends, which connect the app to the blockchain, they can use the infrastructure of Now Nodes. This means that developers can focus on making their app better and more useful without having to worry about handling the blockchain infrastructure underneath. Now Node basically makes things easier for devs by giving them a quick and easy way to access the blockchain infrastructure they need to build apps without having to run their own nodes. A decentralized application, also known as an ad app, works like a normal app but on a separate network, which gives you more security and control. Imagine a decentralized YouTube site called Descent2 and Descent2. Users can safely upload videos and keep their name and content private. For popular videos, creators get special tokens. People can use these tokens to show support for the artists they like. Token holders speak for the community and have a say in how the site works, which makes it more democratic. People can easily watch videos, and the movies are safely stored on a network, so there is less chance of losing data. Descent2 is like a normal video sharing site, but it gives users more control and awards creators for contributing to the community. It's pretty clear that a decentralized version is better in many ways than a standard platform, and if it's done right, it might even get more users. Now that we know everything, let's read the tweet from today about the breaking news one more time. There's never a bad time to grow. As Shibarium moves into the top 5 most busy networks on our platform, we make it possible for more Shibarium nodes to be used. This is a required step to accept more calls and requests and to add partners who handle more work. This means that more and more people are building on Shibarium. That's crazy, right? There are a lot of people who want to use Shibarium because it has the most famous blockchain for building apps. Things are still very early, but we expect a huge influx of users. Subscribing to this channel is important because I tell you about Shiba Inu news that other YouTubers don't cover. This video has now come to an end. Feel free to like the movie and leave a comment in the section for comments if you liked it. This really helps.